Wow, even BlackRock, the BlackRock, the one we're waiting for, the XRP ETF, they know that it's time for a rate cut. They want to see the FOMC chair, Fed Chair Jerome Powell, do something about it. I'll show you a few things. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Jerome Powell, if he was a CEO, fired, gone completely because he's made a bunch of mistakes. And I have a video explaining that. But we know that if he cuts just 25 basis points, guys, we're going to go through the roof. Skyrocket. Why? Because we've been waiting for it. Take a look at this, everybody. Watch this with me. Former chair of global development in the council, right? This guy, Obama's. See what he's saying.
I mean, President Trump has given him the nickname Too Late Powell. Do you agree that he's too late?
So he's been too late, Powell. He was too late in recognizing we had an inflation problem in 2021. He was too late in increasing interest rates in 2023. So he has been too late. I think here he needs to be timely. He needs to lead his committee to cut interest rates by 25 basis points next week.
I mean, Mohammed, based on everything you just said, it sounds like you're not just calling on him to step down to preserve the independence of the Fed. You actually think he's gotten the policy wrong.
Oh, I've said that if he were a CEO, he would have been fired by now for all the mistakes he's made.
So that's an Obama guy. And this is BlackRock, everybody. CIO, $11 trillion company. So check this out.
Look at the housing market, and particularly what impacts lower income. The people that borrow today are lower income, and they're adversely infected by where these rates are. If we get the rate down, you actually can bring home prices down, you build more houses, you'll actually reduce inflation. So I think it's quite consistent to bring the interest rate down, even though the economy is operating at a pretty good level. Where we're going is to a lower level of inflation, and I think we could bring it down. I mean, you think about inflation break-evens today, depending on which part of the curve, are 2.5 to 2 3/4. So the funds rate, even if you bring it down to 3 1/4, you're still above the rate of inflation. So I think we got plenty of room to drop it, even though the economy's operating well. Look at the.
So this is not Oscar Ramos. He doesn't know anything. That's BlackRock CIO, and that's a former Obama guy. Drop a like, fam. Consider subscribing to the channel. Welcome. I want to make sure that you knew, guys. We all are aware of the charts from the CME group, right? In about 4 days, we'll see our next FOMC. We have a date. You and I, we're going to watch this together. Get ready for the pumps. Because, man, I'm like, the CME has had it right all the time. The CME has given us, they've been giving us the right prediction in the last, 5 FOMCs, all the way since January. I wonder if we're going to have an FOMC that the CMA is not right about it, because right now they're saying there's going to be another pause and that Jerome Powell is going to once again say, oh, you know what, guys? Not much is going to happen. So just get ready, because it may come in September or later on this year. And we're going to have a very jam-packed Wednesday 30th, because Wednesday 30th, there's also something else going on when it comes to crypto that, oh man, like, so exciting as far as Ethereum and more. FOMC press conference, and there's gonna be some CPI data as well, for more information about PCE. So unemployment rate too coming in. Shows, guys, that a lot of people are keeping an eye on this. And when it comes to XRP price holding the line, I think as long as we are close to $3, a little bit above it, nobody should be complaining. Nobody should be crying about it and saying, man, we're not pumping. Come on, buddy. In days from now, a big day is about to happen. Usually after FOMC, a big drop comes, because that's when people are buying the rumor, selling the news. The thing is that since nobody is expecting a cut, and Obama guys are saying, no, I think we're going to have a nice cut. We could have a nice cut. If it happens, man. Now, we know that Jerome doesn't want to leave. Okay, we know that. We also know that the renovation project went from $2.5 billion to 3.1, so it went much higher. Okay, whatever. And I've been updating with a few things right now. Do the right thing, Jerome. Do the right thing. Start cutting. There's also rumors, which we already talked about them, right, days ago, about resignation. But this is just to show all angles. Everybody is, dude, either you're stepping out or cutting. What do I mean? FOMC last year, not many people were paying attention to. It was just us, the DGen stock people, and that's it. But right now, even mainstream media, they're all talking about the Fed. Now with the renovation project, everybody is looking at Jerome Powell, and that is not good for him because you can already tell he is not really good under that kind of pressure. If you want to buy XRP and crypto right now and get ahead of the game, I'll recommend BTC, guys. Links down below. I have my account. I'm buying, I'm trading, I'm using it because I don't want to be behind. So check it out, fam. There's also more exchanges where you can deposit and get your bonuses because the time is now to be bullish. All right, so check it out, join us, and start trading, man. This is exactly what I'm always saying. For the September 2025 meeting, they're now saying that we're going to have a cut only at 25 basis point, and for October, almost at the end of October, they're saying that we're going to have a pause. Not a cut, but a pause. And how about December? A cut. So according to the CME, we're going to have two cuts in 2025. One is in September and one in December. So September, December, both 25 basis points. That could really be late. That could really take a long time. A lot of people are not going to be happy about it. And even Blackrock saying this, man, I mean, isn't that the time for it? Even them saying it. I have never seen a Fed chair being so hated by people and institutions, which it makes sense, right? Everybody's against the guy. I get his job is tough and hard, but at this point, it's all points out political decision. And you saw it. I mean, I don't really have to tell you. I don't really have to tell you guys. Powell, you've seen the videos. Let me show you. You've seen the videos with Trump. Here it is. Look at the guy. Do you really think that is the face of someone that is enjoying his job? I will fire him. That's what he said. I will fire him. I mean, I'm not an expert in body language, but I can already say that Jerome Powell just feels annoyed, uncomfortable, awkward. How many things you can say? I'm not sure, right? But yeah, that became the biggest meme ever, and I'm just so crazy for it. So everybody, the price of XRP and the price of crypto and everyone here in our entire ecosystem is ready for a cut, and even they made a sketch, obviously. So this happened 1 hour ago. What is this? Ooh. As much as the president wants to fire Jerome Powell to lower interest rates, replacing him will actually increase interest rates, says senior fellow. Trump's attacks on the Fed chair. The Federal Reserve credibility will be shattered.
Pressure from the president be better or worse for the integrity of the Fed?
It would be much worse. Federal Reserve independence is based on its credibility from being insulated from political pressure.
Why is the independence of the Fed important?
The independence of the Federal Reserve is important because it gives it the credibility to maintain price stability. The Federal Reserve makes the tough decisions so that politicians don't have to. And that, in the long term, gives us lower inflation, low interest rates, and faster economic growth. Moreover, ironically, as much as the president wants to fire Jerome Powell to lower interest rates, replacing him would actually increase interest rates.
Why?
And that's because the Federal Reserve credibility would be shattered. Financial markets would believe that inflation is going to be coming, and they're going to demand higher interest rates to compensate for the inflation. So ultimately, you end up with higher interest rates. I also want to add that this really does tie into the budget deficit, because one of the reasons President Trump tweeted out this week that he wants low interest rates is to make it less expensive to finance our growing debt. But of course, doing so paralyzes the Federal Reserve, prevents it from stabilizing the economy, and promotes inflation. Let's actually cut the deficit, not paralyze the Fed.
Well, to be fair, I show you some pro cut the rates, and in this case, some pro leave the Fed alone. I like that, right? Many of you could disagree, but this is all information to you guys. I wouldn't agree with the last person, right? But I do agree that it's time. I'll believe Blackrock. That I can tell you. Like and subscribe, everybody. Turn on those notification bells. You've been updated. XRP holders, crypto holders, keep an eye on everything. We're going to be fine. And oh boy, I'm so ready for FOMC. Peace.